shining in the dawn. Cotton ghosts drifting where the workers once shone. Old men sip quiet on a porch that leans like truth, telling stories heavy enough to outgrow you. Roadside churches ringing, prayers through broken air, trying to sweeten lives that never got their share. Steel rails rusting like they lost their shine for good. Trains used to bring wages, now they barely bring wood. Young folks pacing, pockets full of secondhand dreams, learning early how survival hides behind the scenes. Factory silent, windows staring like tired eyes, counting every family forced to compromise. And the wind keeps carrying whispers of a deal, a promise spilled somewhere that no one could hear. Yucky dust rising, spinning circles in the heat, hard time stomping rhythm on the dry red street. But the blues stand steady, humming low like kin, saying even when you're cornered, you don't have to give in. Delta dust rising, painting skies in grit and gold, a reminder that the brave don't fold. Sharecrop ledgers balanced with a crooked hand, folks working double hours for half of what they planned. Kids walk miles to schools that time forgot, sitting in rooms where the paint flakes like a plot. Teachers armed with chalk and courage for shields, trying to bloom wisdom in exhausted fields. Still the river keeps rolling with its stubborn grace, carving old stories in the every weathered face. Delta dust rising, spinning circles in the heat, hard time stomping rhythm on the dry red street. But the blues stand steady, humming low like kin, saying even when you're cornered, you don't have to give in. Delta dust rising, painting skies in grit and gold, a reminder that the brave don't fold. There's a choir in the tavern into something almost new. Brothers hum lullaby, shaped from faith and fire. Fathers chase daylight just to keep the roof higher. Night falls slow, like it's guarding every door, letting the weary lay their burdens on the floor. Across the hungry plain, carrying the echo of 1,000 names. But the people keep walking, step by steady step, holding on to dignity the world once left. Dust rising, but the hearts stay bright, living proof that shadows can't swallow the light. "70 miles of silence, breathing in the haze. Roads cut open like they've lived too many days. Pickup trucks moving slow enough to hear regret. Carrying families, counting debts they can't forget. The sun hangs heavy like it's tired of shining down. Watching the delta fix what others let drown. Jukebox in the bar still spinning old relief. Songs about a future pitched against belief. Farmhands trading stories for a shot of rest. Trying to laugh about the weight on their chest. Radio towers promise change from afar, but nothing changes except who owns the car. And the wind keeps tugging at the corners of the past, dragging broken truths the rich built to last. 70 miles of silence where the blues ring true. If you lean your ear into the evening air, you'll hear the land confess what it can't repair. But the people stand even when the world leans wrong, turning every bruise into a working song. Schoolyards shrinking while the textbooks mold. Children learning early how the system folds. Mothers patching uniforms with threadbare care, whispering that tomorrow might treat them fair. But the sheriffs ride slow with a careful grin, counting every voice, daring not to give in. There's a stubborn pulse beneath the broken floor, the counterbeat trouble can't ignore. 70 miles of silence where the blues ring true, a quiet rebellion in a fading hue. If you lean your ear into the evening air, you'll hear the land confess what it can't repair. But the people stand even when the world leans wrong, turning every bruise into a working song. Women weaving futures on the front porch rail, sowing strength in the gaps where promises fail. Boys polishing guitars like polishing their fate, hoping one bright chorus can open the gate. Church bells echo through the long dry night, calling scattered souls to gather their lives. Harvest moon climbing over dirt and bone, lighting every family forced to build alone. But through the cracks, something living still grows, a fearless bloom only the Delta knows. 70 miles of silence, but the spirit dragging yesterday's weight like a tide crown. Men gather at the corner where the mill once roared, talking about wages that never got restored. The river moves steady, pretending not to see how a whole generation learns to fight quietly. Storefront windows holding up peeling paint, dreams taped to the glass with the patience of a saint. Young girls stitching futures in borrowed clothes, hoping the world won't treat them like it did their foes. And the jukebox hums a tune built from grit and bone, teaching everyone how to stand alone. The truth walks barefoot across the southern floor, and every broken law knows exactly what it's for. This is the Riverbend Testimony, written in dust, a long honest story shaped by need and distrust. But the people keep breathing through the heat and the lies, turning quiet defiance into something that survives. Riverbend testimony carved into the land, proof that the forgotten still learn to stand. Boys on the levee, passing plans like contraband, dreaming of cities built with steadier hands. A preacher shouts justice through a crackling mic, but the sound cuts off like the power it doesn't like. And mothers hush babies with a bittersweet song, telling them someday this place won't feel so wrong. Storm clouds gather in the shape of a warning, as if the sky itself is done performing. This is the Riverbend testimony, written in dust, a long honest story shaped by need and distrust. But the people keep breathing through the heat and the lights, turning quiet defiance into something that survives. Riverbend testimony carved into the land, proof that the forgotten still learn to stand. truth no sheriff wants to know. Voices rise softly like prayer meets flame, calling every tired soul by name. And though the world spins quick past this Delta bend, the endurance here refuses to break or bend. Dressed in the same old ache, but hope stirs gently like a branch starting to shake. Kids trace futures on the chalkboard floor, determined to push farther than those before. Greenwood awakes quiet under a sun that feels older, like it's seen every bargain laid on a worker's shoulder. Fields stretch wide with stories nobody wrote, carried in the breath of men who swore they'd stay afloat. Porch boards creak like they're clearing their throat, preparing to testify to everything remote. The cotton rows whisper how the seasons collide, how children grew up learning where truth could hide. A sheriff's car calls by with a polished grin, counting every house where struggle begins, and the rail line sleeps like a forgotten spine. Once the road to hope, now a rusted sign. You can hear justice pacing like it's stuck in the hall, trying to find its courage to answer the call. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, the soul remembers all, every broken contract, every rise and fall. But the people keep pushing through the slow turning years, turning bitter harvests take center stage. Kids chase daylight with pockets full of chalk, sketching futures wider than the tightrope walk. Even the wind knows the promises were thin, blowing through town like it's shedding old skin. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, the soul remembers all, every broken contract, every rise and fall. But the people keep pushing through the slow turning years, turning bitter harvests into volunteer fears. Shadow fields of Greenwood, carved in sweat and clay, teaching the brave to outlive today. A brass lamp flickers in a diner at 2, lighting quiet workers just passing through. Their talk is a sermon made of grit and bone, on how a man survives when he stands alone. And somewhere a guitar spills a trembling plea, carving his truth into the magnolia tree. Morning returns with a cautious glow, highlighting every seed that dared to grow. The church bells call like a measured drum, saying what was stolen doesn't stay numb. And the delta lessons with its ancient grace, marking another chapter on Greenwood's face. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, hope leans but won't fall. It stands like a lantern against the sprawling wall. And the people keep rising through the thick, stubborn air, writing their legacy with unbroken care. Shadow fields of Greenwood, stitched in the land's own hand, proof that resilience never leaves the land. Yazoo with a rusty glow, lighting up footprints from lives moving slow. Store signs flicker like they're unsure they should try. Selling promises thinner than a July sigh. Men gather by the bridge, trading exhausted lore. Worn out wisdom they've traded 100 times before. School buses rattle like borrowed hope, carrying kids learning how the strong still cope. Their notebooks filled with dreams the town can't fund, but they write anyway, refusing to come undone. And the levee stands watching like a patient guard, holding back more than water from a land still scarred. You can hear the past breathing through every open door, a quiet reminder of who once owned the floor. These are the old roads of Yazoo County, paved with wear and grit, lines drawn crooked, but the people still commit. Every crack mile tells a truth too steady to ignore. How a town survives by wanting just a little more. Old roads of Yazoo County, marked by toil and grace, carrying every story this land refuses to erase. Porch radio spits sermons tangled in static threads, preachers talking courage while the power grid sheds. Women weave strength in attached up dresses, holding families together with invisible tresses. And the corner store jar, oh, use grows deep, a ledger of faith in a place to pour to keep. Even the magnolia trees lean into the truth, as if they've watched the burden age in every youth. These are the old roads of Yazoo County, paved with wear and grit, lines drawn crooked, but the hollow river glimmers like a witness in the dark, watching barefoot workers gather at the park. They talk about wages that never match the sweat, debt hanging over them like a promise unmet. Freight trains grew up past with nothing left to haul, echoes of a time when hope fell tall. Street lamps blink slow like they've grown unsure, lighting up houses where struggle feels pure. Kids chalk drawings on sidewalks cracked with history, sketching futures that challenge every mystery. A mother counts pennies like she's counting years, trying to buy tomorrow with a handful of fears. The wind crawls low, carrying rumors thin as thread, stories of chances long pronounced dead. Past midnight all over the river, truth sings low, a tomb built from endurance only the weary know. Though the world forgets this stretch of land and pain, its people rise steady through dust and refrain. Hollow river, past midnight, humming bold and clear, a quiet refusal to disappear. The mill stands hollow like an echo of a fist, iron teeth frozen in unemployed mist. Old man leaned back with eyes worn thin, telling how justice walked out, never walked back in. Every porch holds gospel mixed with doubt, still believing there's something worth fighting about. You can hear defiance tapping like a hidden drum, a rhythm saying better days will somehow come. Past midnight on the hollow river, truth sings low, a tune built from endurance only the weary know. Though the world forgets this stretch of land and pain, its people rise steady through dust and refrain. Hollow river, past midnight, humming bold and clear, a quiet refusal to disappear. Lanterns sway slow on the fishermen's boats, casting trembling halos on weathered coats. A harmonica spills sorrow along the levee spine, threaded heartache into every line, and the night leads wants to understand why hope still blooms on this stubborn land. Dawn creeps in, wearing the same old tune, lighting up shacks that pray for a change soon. But kids run laughing through the muddy bend, proof that tomorrow always tries to bend. And the river glows gold like it's choosing to forgive, whispering to the tired, reminding them to live. Carried by those protecting their fragile lives. If you listen deep, you'll hear resilience appear, rising like a vow carved into the year. Hollow river past midnight, still steady, still near, a testament that hope lives here. The delta wakes slowly, grinding in the dawn. Cotton goes drifting where the workers once shone. Old men sit quiet on a porch that leans like truth, telling stories heavy enough outgrow the youth. Roadside churches ringing prayers through broken air, trying to sweeten lives that never got their share. Steel rails rusting like they lost their shine for good. Trains used to bring wages, now they barely bring wood. Young folks pacing pockets full of second-hand dreams, learning early how surrounds hides behind the scenes. Factory silent windows staring like tired eyes, counting every family forced to compromise. And the wind keeps carrying whispers of a deal, a promise built somewhere that no one could heal. Delta dust rising, spinning circles in the heat, hard times stomping rhythm on the dry red street. But the blues stand steady, Sharecrop ledgers balanced with a crooked hand, folks working double hours for half of what they planned. Kids walk miles to schools that time forgot, sitting in rooms where the paint flakes like a plant. Teachers armed with chalk and courage for shields, trying to bloom wisdom in exhausted fields. Still the river keeps rolling with its stubborn grace, carving old stories into heaven's weathered face. Delta dust rising, spinning circles in the heat, hard time stomping rhythm on the dry red street. But the blues stand steady, humming low like kin, saying even when you're cornered, you don't have to give in. Delta dust rising, painting skies in grit and gold, a reminder that the brave don't fold. There's a choir in the tavern singing wages overdue, voices weaving sorrow in something almost new. Mothers hum lullabies shaped from faith and fire, fathers chase daylight just to keep the roof higher. And night falls slow like it's guarding every door, letting the weary lay their burdens on the floor. 70 miles of silence, breathing in the haze. Roads cracked open like they've lived too many days. Pickup trucks moving slow, enough to hear regret. Carrying families, counting debts they can't forget. Sun hangs heavy like it's tired of shining down. Watching the delta fix what others let drown. Jukebox in the bar still spinning old relief. Songs about a future pitched against belief. Farm hands trading stories for a shot of rest, trying to laugh about the weight on their chest. Radio towers promise change from afar, but nothing changes except who owns the car. And the wind keeps tugging at the corners of the past, dragging broken truths the rich built to last. 70 miles of silence where the blues ring true. A quiet rebellion in a fading hue. If you lean your ear into the evening air, you'll hear the land confess what it can't repair. But the people stand even when the world leans wrong, turning every bruise into a working song. Schoolyards shrinking while the textbooks mold, children learning early how the system folds, mothers patching uniforms with threadbare care, whispering that tomorrow might treat them fair. But the sheriffs ride slow with a careful grin, counting every voice, daring not to give in. There's a stubborn pulse beneath the broken floor, the kind of beat trouble can't ignore. 70 miles of silence where the blues ring true. A quiet rebellion in a fading hue. If you lean your ear into the evening air, you'll hear the land confess what it can't repair. But the people stand even when the world leans wrong, turning every bruise into a working song. Women weaving futures on the front porch rail, sowing strength in the gaps where promises fail. Boys polishing guitars like polishing their fate, hoping one bright chorus can open the gate. Church bells echo through the long dry night, calling scattered souls to gather their lives. Harvest moon climbing over dirt and bone, lighting every family forced to build alone. But through the cracks, something living still grows, a fearless bloom only the Delta knows. 70 miles of silence, but the spirit speaks loud, lifting every heart that refuses to bow. If you listen deep enough, you'll hear the earth declare, strength lives quietly, but it's always there. 70 miles of silence, stretching far and long, and still the Delta shapes its sorrow into song. Morning slides in slow over Riverbend town, dragging yesterdays away like a tied crown. Men gather at the corner where the mill once roared, talking about wages that never got restored. The river moves steady, pretending not to see how a whole generation learns to fight quietly. Storefront windows holding up peeling paint, dreams taped to the glass with the patience of a saint. Young girls stitching futures in borrowed clothes, hoping the world won't treat them like it did their folks. And the jukebox hums a tune built from grit and bone, teaching everyone how to stand alone. The truth walks barefoot across the southern floor, and every broken law knows exactly what it's for. This is the Riverbend Testimony, written in dust. distrust. But the people keep breathing through the heat and the lies, turning quiet defiance into something that survives. Riverbend testimony carved into the land, proof that the forgotten still learn to stand. Boys on the levee, passing plans like contraband, dreaming of cities built with steadier hands. A preacher shouts justice through a crackling mic, but the sound cuts off like the power doesn't like. And mothers hush babies with a bittersweet song, telling them someday this place won't feel so wrong. Storm clouds gather in the shape of a warning, as if the sky itself is done performing. This is the Riverbend testimony written in dust, a long honest story shaped by need and distrust. But the people keep breathing through the heat and the lies, turning quiet defiance into something that survives. Riverbend testimony carved into the land, proof that the forgotten still learn to stand. Night drips down the rooftops with a copper glow, lighting every truth no sheriff wants to know. Voices rise softly like prayer meets flame, calling every tired soul by name. And though the world spins quick past this delta bend, the endurance here refuses to break or bend. Morning comes back, dressed in the same old ache, but hope stirs gently like a branch starting to shake. Kids trace futures on the chalkboard floor, determined to push farther than those before. And the river keeps whispering in a steady tone, no matter how they forget you, you're never alone. This is the Riverbend testimony rising in the sun, a quiet revolution carried one by one. If you listen deep enough, You'll hear the land remind, strength grows slow, but it never falls behind. Riverbend Testimony, itched in every hand. A blues-born legacy that forever stands. Greenwood wakes quiet under a sun that feels older, like it's seen every bargain laid on a worker's shoulder. Fields stretch wide with stories nobody wrote, carried in the breath of men who swore they'd stay afloat. Porch boats creak like they're clearing their throat, preparing to testify to everything remote. The cotton rows whisper how the seasons collide, how children grew up learning where truth could hide. Sheriff's car crawls by with a polished grin, counting every house where struggle begins. And the rail line sleeps like a forgotten spine, once the road to hope, now a rusted sign. You can hear justice pacing like it's stuck in the hall, trying to find its courage to answer the call. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, the soil remembers all, every broken contract, every rise and fall. But the people keep pushing through the slow turning years, turning bitter harvest into volunteer fields. Shadow fields of Greenwood, carved in sweat and clay, teaching the brave to outlast decay. Mothers hum soft hymns past midnight spine, fighting off hunger with a rhythm divine. Factories echo with ghosts of last year's wage, still waiting for fairness to take center stage. Kids chase daylight with pockets full of chalk, sketching futures wider than the tightrope wall. Even the wind knows the promises within, blowing through town like it's shedding old skin. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, the soul remembers all, every broken contract, every rise and fall. But the people keep pushing through the slow turning years, turning bitter harvest into volunteer fields. Shadow fields of Greenwood, carved in sweat and clay, teaching the brave to outlast decay. A brass lamp flickers in a diner at 2, just passing through. Their talk is a sermon made of grit and bone, on how a man survives when he stands alone. And somewhere a guitar spills a trembling plea, carving its truth into the magnolia tree. Morning returns with a cautious glow, highlighting every seed dead to grow. The church bells call like a measured drum, saying what was stolen doesn't stay numb. And the delta listens with its ancient grace, marking another chapter on Greenwood's face. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, hope leans but won't fall. It stands like a lantern against the sprawling wall, and the people keep rising through the fierce, stubborn air, writing their legacy with unbroken care. Shadow fields of Greenwood, stitched in the land's own hand, proof that resilience never leaves the land. Greenwood wakes quiet under a sun that feels older, like it's seen every bargain laid on a worker's shoulder. Fields stretch wide with stories nobody wrote, carried in the breath of men who swore they'd stay afloat. Porch boats creak like they're clearing their throat, preparing to testify to everything remote. The cotton rows whisper how the seasons collide, how children grew up learning where truth could hide. Sheriff's car crawls by with a polished grin, counting every house where struggle begins. And the rail line sleeps like a forgotten spine, once the road to hope, now a rusted sign. You can't hear justice pacing like it's stuck in the hall, trying to find its courage to answer the call. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, the soil remembers all, every broken con keep pushing through the slow turning years, turning bitter harvest into volunteer fears. Shadow fields of Greenwood carved in sweat and clay, teaching the brave to outlast decay. Mothers hum soft hymns past midnight spine, fighting off hunger with a rhythm divine. Factories echo with ghosts of last year's wage, still waiting for fairness to take center stage. Kids chase daylight with pockets full of chalk, sketching futures wider than the tightrope walk. Even the wind knows the promise is within, blowing through town like it's shedding old skin. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, the soul remembers all, every broken contract, every rise and fall. But the people keep pushing through the slow turning years, turning bitter harvest into volunteer fear. Shadow fields of Greenwood carved in sweat and clay, teaching the brave to outlast decay. A brass lamp flickers in a diner at 2, lighting quiet workers just passing through. Their talk is a sermon made of grit and bone, on how a man survives when he stands alone. And somewhere a guitar spills a trembling plea, carving its truth into the magnolia tree. Morning returns with a cautious glow, highlighting every seed that dared to grow. The church bells call like a measured drum, saying what was stolen doesn't stay numb. And the delta listens with its ancient grace, marking another chapter on Greenwood's face. In the shadow fields of Greenwood, hope leans but won't fall. It stands like a lantern against the sprawling wall, and the people keep rising through the thin, stubborn air, writing their legacy with unbroken care. Shadow fields of Greenwood, stitched in the land's own hand, proof that resilience never leaves the land. Yazoo with a rusty glow, lighting up footprints from lives moving slow. Store signs flicker like they're unsure they should try, selling promises thinner than a July sigh. Men gather by the bridge, trading exhausted lore, worn out of wisdom they've traded 100 times before. School buses rattle like borrowed hope, carrying kids learning how the strong still cope. Their notebooks filled with dreams the town can't fund, but they ride anyway, refusing to come undone. And the levee stands watching like a patient guard, holding back more than water from a land still scarred. You can hear the past breathing through every open door, a quiet reminder of who once owned the floor. These are the old roads of Yazoo County, paved with wear and grit, lines drawn crooked, but the people still commit. Every crack mile tells a truth too steady to ignore, how a town survives by wanting just a little more. Old roads of Yazoo County, marked by toil and grace, carrying every story this land refuses to erase. Porch radio spits sermons tangled in static threads, preachers talking courage while the power grid sheds. Women weave strength in the patched up dresses, holding families together with invisible tresses. And the corner store jar IOUs grows deep, a ledger of faith in a place to pour to keep. Even the magnolia trees lean into the truth, as if they watch the burden aging every youth. Hollow River glimmers like a witness in the dark, watching barefoot workers gather at the park. They talk about wages that never match the sweat. Deb hanging over them like a promise unmet. Freight trains growl past with nothing left to haul. Echoes of a time when hope fell tall. Street lamps blink slow like they've grown unsure, lighting up houses where struggle feels pure. Kids chalk drawings on sidewalks cracked with history. Sketching futures that challenge every mystery. A mother counts pennies like she's counting years, trying to buy tomorrow with a handful of fears. The wind crawls low, carrying rumors thin as thread. Stories of chances long pronounced dead. Past midnight on the hollow river, truth sings low. A tune built from endurance only the weary know. Though the world forgets this stretch of land and pain, its people rise steady through dust and refrain. Hollow River past midnight, humming bold and clear. A quiet refusal to disappear. The mill stands hollow like an echo of a fist, iron teeth frozen in unemployed mist. Old men lean back with eyes worn thin, telling how justice walked out, never walked back in. Every porch holds gospel mixed with doubt, still believing there's something worth fighting about. You can hear defiance tapping like a hidden drum, a rhythm saying better days will somehow come. Past midnight on the hollow river, truth sings low. A tune built from endurance only the weary know. Though the world forgets this stretch of land and pain, its people rise steady through dust and refrain. Hollow River past midnight, humming bold and clear. A quiet refusal to disappear. Lanterns sway slow on the fishermen's boats, casting trembling halos on weathered coats. A harmonica spills sorrow along the levee's spine, threading heartache into every line. And the night leans close like it wants to understand why hope still blooms on this stubborn land. Dawn creeps in, wearing the same old tune, lighting up shacks that pray for a change soon. But kids run laughing through the muddy bend, proof that tomorrow always tries to mend. And the river glows gold like it's choosing to forgive, whispering to the tired, reminding them to live. Past midnight on the Rollo River, truth survives, carried by those protecting their fragile lives. If you listen deep, you'll hear resilience appear, rising like a vow carved into the year. Hollow River past midnight, still steady, still near, a testament that hope